Stop scrolling and listen carefully. If this message found you today, then something in your life is closer to changing than you realize. This is not random. This is not luck. Out of all the videos you could have clicked, out of all the places your attention could have gone, somehow you are here at this exact moment. That means heaven may be trying to get your attention right now. God says something big is about to happen to you. You may not see any signs yet. Your room may look the same. Your bank account may look the same. The pressure may still feel heavy. The pain may still be sitting quietly inside your chest. The people around you may still misunderstand you. The unanswered prayers may still be waiting. But never judge what God is doing by what you can currently see. Some of the greatest changes begin in silence. A seed grows underground before anyone sees green. The sunrise begins before the sky becomes bright. Doors unlock before they open. Rain forms before it falls. And miracles often begin before human eyes can recognize them. God says, I know how long you have waited. I know how many nights you asked if anything would ever change. I know how many mornings you woke up tired but still kept going. I know how many times you smiled in front of people while pain was living inside you. I know how many times you said you were fine because you were too exhausted to explain what you were carrying. I know how many times fear whispered to you. I know how many times disappointment tried to break your spirit. I know how many times you almost gave up, but you are still here. That matters. You are still standing. That matters. You are still believing, even if only a little. That matters. God says, I saw every tear. I heard every prayer. I counted every lonely night. I noticed every silent battle. I watched every moment you wanted to quit but chose to keep moving. People may have misunderstood your silence, but God understood your pain. People may have judged your delay, but God knew your process. People may have counted you out, but God never removed His hand from your life. Tonight He wants you to understand something powerful. The waiting was not wasted. The delay was not pointless. The silence was not empty. The closed doors were not punishment. Everything had purpose. You thought life was stopping you, but life was shaping you. You thought rejection was attacking you, but it was protecting you. You thought nothing was happening, but preparation was happening every single day. Strength was being built, wisdom was being built, patience was being built, discernment was being built, endurance was being built, faith was being built. You kept comparing yourself to people who seemed ahead of you. You kept wondering why others were celebrating while you were still waiting. You kept asking why blessings reached other people first. But comparison hides truth. Some people move faster because they are carrying lighter assignments. Some people rise earlier because they are responsible for less. Some people celebrate sooner because their road is shorter. God says your path felt harder because your future is greater. Your battles were stronger because your purpose is stronger. Your lessons were deeper because your calling is deeper. Stop calling yourself late. Stop calling yourself forgotten. Stop calling yourself unlucky. Stop calling yourself behind. You are not behind. You are being prepared. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered in heaven. You are not unlucky. You are being aligned. You are not late. You are arriving in the right time. Some blessings become burdens when they come too early. Some doors destroy people who are not ready. Some opportunities collapse because wisdom was missing. God says, if I made you wait, it was because I loved you enough to prepare you first. That rejection protected you. That delay matured you. That heartbreak redirected you. That lonely season deepened you. That closed door saved you from something beneath your destiny. Now the season is beginning to shift. You may not feel it fully yet. You may not see it clearly yet. You may not understand it completely yet. But movement has started. There are conversations happening in your favor. There are answers being formed. There are opportunities moving closer. There are wrong doors closing. There are right doors preparing to open. There are people being removed who cannot go where you are going. There are people being positioned who belong in your next season. God says what tried to discourage you has reached its limit. What tried to delay you has reached its limit. What tried to break your confidence has reached its limit. What tried to keep you trapped in fear has reached its limit. What tried to drain your hope has reached its limit. Now peace begins returning. Now strength begins rising. Now clarity begins entering. Now joy begins breathing again. Now confidence begins waking up. Do not spend this season feeding old fears. Do not replay old pain. Do not repeat old stories of defeat. Do not let yesterday keep stealing tomorrow. Use this moment differently. Lift your head. Take a deep breath. Calm your heart. Speak life over yourself. Say something good is coming. Say my season can change. Say I am still chosen. Say I am still rising. Say doors can open for me. Say healing can happen for me. Say favor can locate me. Say I am ready for what God has prepared. Because one moment can redirect a life. One call can open a future. One connection can shift a year. One opportunity can unlock a new level. One blessing can erase many months of struggle. One answered prayer can silence years of doubt. And something big is already on the way. You may not know the date. You may not know the method. You may not know the door. But you can know this. God is still working. He has not forgotten your address. He has not lost your name. He has not ignored your tears. He has not canceled your future. He has not abandoned your story. So hold on a little longer. Trust a little deeper. Believe a little stronger. Stay faithful a little longer. Because what is coming will not look like what has been. The pain was a chapter. The delay was a chapter. The confusion was a chapter, but it was never the whole book. God says something big is about to happen to you. And in part 2, I will reveal why the struggle had to happen before the blessing could arrive. God says now, listen carefully because this is the part many people never understand. You asked why it took so long. You asked why the blessing did not come when you first prayed for it. You asked why life became heavy when all you wanted was peace. You asked why doors closed when your heart was hoping they would open. You asked why some people walked away when you needed them the most. You asked why the road became painful when you were trying to stay faithful. Tonight, God says the delay was not denial. The delay was development. There are things comfort can never teach you. There are strengths ease can never build. There are truths success can never reveal. There are depths of faith that only storms can create. There are levels of wisdom that only pain can unlock. There are versions of you that only pressure can reveal. Sometimes the hardest seasons carry the deepest preparation. You wanted the blessing, but the blessing required a stronger version of you. You wanted the opportunity, but the opportunity required discipline. You wanted peace, but peace required emotional maturity. You wanted open doors, but open doors required wisdom to walk through them. You wanted increase, but increase required stewardship. You wanted favor, but favor required character. That is why the process felt difficult. Gold must face fire before it shines. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Seeds are buried in darkness before they rise through the soil. Trees grow roots before they grow branches. And many people are transformed in exactly the same way. God says you thought you were buried, but you were planted. You thought life forgot you, but life was growing you. You thought the silence meant abandonment, but it meant preparation. You thought the pain meant destruction, but it meant transformation. You thought the waiting meant no, but it meant not yet. Look back for a moment. Remember who you were before the struggle. Remember how easily people could distract you. Remember how quickly you trusted the wrong voices. Remember how often fear controlled your decisions. Remember how many times you accepted less than you deserved. Remember how often you doubted yourself. Remember how often you let pain define your identity. Now look at who you are becoming. You see clearer now. You guard your peace now. You recognize false intentions faster now. You value your time now. You pray deeper now. You recover stronger now. You stand wiser now. You move smarter now. You trust carefully now. You carry yourself differently now. The pain changed you, but not to ruin you. It changed you to refine you. God says some people left because they were never meant for your next chapter. Some doors closed because they were too small for your future. Some delays happened because the old version of you would have mishandled the blessing. Some disappointments came because your heart was attached to things beneath your destiny. Some betrayals happened to wake up your discernment. Some lonely seasons happened to reconnect you with me. Some endings happened because beginnings were waiting. You cried over losses that later you will thank God for removing. You begged for opportunities that later you will be grateful never opened. You feared pauses that later you will realize protected your life. There are prayers people thank God for answering. There are also prayers people thank God for refusing. Tonight, trust both. Trust what arrived. Trust what left. Trust what changed. Trust what paused. Trust what broke. Trust what healed. Trust what ended. Trust what began. Because every chapter had purpose. Even the chapter you hated, especially the chapter you hated. That chapter taught survival. That chapter taught boundaries. That chapter taught wisdom. That chapter taught patience. That chapter taught discernment. That chapter taught dependence on God. That chapter taught emotional strength. That chapter taught spiritual depth. Without that chapter, you would not be ready for this next one. God says, your tears watered future strength. Your lonely nights built future confidence. Your confusion built future clarity. Your silence built future power. Your waiting built future gratitude. Your heartbreak built future maturity. Your setbacks built future resilience. Many people receive blessings they are not ready to keep. They lose them through pride. They lose them through emotional weakness. They lose them through poor decisions. They lose them through lack of discipline. They lose them through trusting the wrong people. They lose them through impatience. But your process has been preparing you to sustain what is coming. This is why you must stop envying people who moved faster. Speed is not always favor. Quick success is not always lasting success. Fast doors are not always right doors. Rapid gain is not always stable gain. Some things arrive quickly and disappear quickly. What God builds slowly often stands strongly. What God grows deeply often lasts greatly. God says, I was not trying to impress you. I was trying to establish you. I was not entertaining your emotions. I was building foundations for your future. I was not denying your prayer. I was designing the answer. I was not ignoring your tears. I was using them to water strength inside you. I was not wasting your time. I was preparing your timing. Tonight, release resentment toward the process. Release anger toward the timeline. Release bitterness toward people who hurt you. Release disappointment over what did not happen when you wanted it. Release the story that says life is against you. Release the belief that you missed your chance. Release the fear that nothing good can happen for you. You cannot fully receive the next season while gripping pain from the last season. Let it go. Not because it was fair, not because it did not hurt, not because they deserved forgiveness, but because you deserve freedom. God says there is peace waiting on the other side of release. There is clarity waiting on the other side of surrender. There is joy waiting on the other side of healing. There is strength waiting on the other side of trust. There is favor waiting on the other side of obedience. There is energy waiting on the other side of emotional freedom. This next season requires lighter hands and a freer heart. Stop carrying what I told you to leave behind. Stop reopening wounds I am trying to close. Stop rehearsing losses I am trying to replace. Stop calling permanent what was only temporary. Stop mourning doors I shut for your protection. Stop chasing people I removed for your peace. What happened to you was real, but it is not the end of your story. What broke your heart was painful, but it is not the final chapter. What delayed you was frustrating, but it did not cancel you. What confused you was heavy, but it did not defeat you. God says your future survived every attack against it. Your purpose survived confusion. Your identity survived betrayal. Your calling survived pain. Your faith survived darkness. Your hope survived delay. And because it survived, it is stronger now. Understand this deeply tonight. You're not starting from zero. You are starting from wisdom. You are starting from experience. You are starting from stronger boundaries. You are starting from tested faith. You are starting from healed insight. You are starting from mature discernment. You are starting from deeper strength. That means your next beginning is more powerful than your first beginning ever was. So lift your head. Do not kneel at closed doors. Do not cry over expired seasons. Do not chase what God removed. Do not beg for what no longer fits your future. Do not worship old chapters. Do not live in yesterday's pain. The next chapter is already opening. The next season is already forming. The next opportunity is already moving. The next breakthrough is already closer than you think. And in part 3, God reveals the blessing, restoration, open doors, and life-changing breakthrough now moving toward your life. God says now, listen carefully, because this is the moment your heart has been waiting for. The pain was not the end. The delay was not the end. The nights you cried were not the end. The rejection, the silence, the confusion, the disappointment, the closed doors, the battles in your mind. None of it was the final chapter of your story. Tonight, God says something big is now moving toward you. You have spent enough time surviving. Now it is time to rise. You have spent enough nights carrying sorrow. Now it is time to feel joy again. You have spent enough energy holding burdens. Now it is time to experience peace again. You have spent enough seasons asking why. Now it is time to witness why. God says, I am restoring what life tried to steal from you. Fear tried to steal your courage. Pain tried to steal your confidence. Stress tried to steal your joy. Disappointment tried to steal your hope. People tried to steal your peace. Delay tried to steal your momentum. Loneliness tried to steal your identity. But what belongs to you cannot be stolen forever. Joy is returning. Peace is returning. Strength is returning. Confidence is returning. Hope is returning. Energy is returning. Direction is returning. And this time, it returns stronger than before. Understand this deeply. Sometimes restoration does not mean receiving the exact same thing back. Sometimes restoration means receiving something greater. You wanted one door. God has many doors. You wanted one opportunity. God has better opportunities. You wanted one person to stay. God can bring better people. You wanted one path. God can reveal a higher path. You wanted one answer. God can give many answers. Do not limit your future by mourning what ended. Some things had to leave so better things could arrive. Some people had to walk away so the right people could enter. Some chapters had to close so the next chapter could begin. Some delays had to happen so the blessing could arrive complete. God says, stop staring at what closed and start expecting what is opening. There are blessings already moving toward you. There are answers already on the way. There are opportunities already being arranged. There are connections already being aligned. There are miracles already forming in silence. There are doors already unlocking. There are battles already ending. There are prayers already being answered. You may not see them yet, but unseen does not mean absent. The farmer plants before harvest appears. The builder lays foundation before the house is visible. The sunrise begins before light reaches the earth. Rain forms before it falls. And your breakthrough began before you noticed it. God says the next chapter of your life will not look like the last chapter. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. Where there was heaviness, there will be peace. Where there was rejection, there will be acceptance. Where there was delay, there will be movement. Where there was sorrow, there will be joy. Where there was weakness, there will be strength. Where there was fear, there will be courage. Where there was lack, there will be provision. Where there were tears, there will be testimony. What once made you cry will one day make you grateful that you endured. People who underestimated you will witness your growth. People who doubted you will witness your progress. People who walked away will witness your rise. People who ignored your value will recognize it too late. But this next season is not about proving them wrong. It is about proving to yourself that God never left you. God says, I kept you when you were breaking. I carried you when you were weak. I protected you when you did not know danger was near. I guided you when you thought you were lost. I loved you when you felt unworthy. I covered you when enemies spoke against you. I strengthened you when tears fell at night. I gave you breath when pressure was heavy. I never abandoned you. That is why you are still here. That is why your heart still beats with hope. That is why your purpose still lives. That is why your future is still waiting. That is why this story is not over. Tonight, let expectation rise inside you. Expect peace. Expect healing. Expect answers. Expect open doors. Expect favor. Expect restoration. Expect new beginnings. Expect opportunities. Expect strength you did not know you had. Expect sudden change. Expect divine timing. Stop waking up expecting disappointment. Stop preparing emotionally for failure. Stop assuming tomorrow will repeat yesterday. Stop talking like loss is guaranteed. Stop acting like your best days are behind you. God says what you expect shapes how you stand. Stand like someone who knows help is coming. Stand like someone who knows doors can open suddenly. Stand like someone who knows healing can happen quickly. Stand like someone who knows seasons can change overnight. Stand like someone who knows heaven still works miracles. Because it can. One phone call can change a month. One opportunity can change a year. One connection can change a future. One prayer can change a direction. One meeting can open new doors. One idea can create wealth. One decision can create peace. One moment can shift everything, and something big is closer than you think. This season is not ending in loss. This season is ending in growth. This season is ending in reward. This season is ending in breakthrough. This season is ending in testimony. This season is ending in answered prayer. So breathe deeply now. Release the old pain now. Drop the heavy thoughts now. Let go of fear now. Release the need to understand every detail now. Raise your head now. Calm your heart now. Thank God in advance now. Because gratitude before the blessing is faith in motion. God says what is coming will make the waiting worth it. What is coming will make the tears understandable. What is coming will make the closed doors make sense. What is coming will make the lonely nights meaningful. What is coming will remind you that delay was never denial. You are about to enter days you once prayed for. You are about to feel peace you once begged for. You are about to carry joy that once felt impossible. You are about to witness doors you thought were locked forever begin to open. You are about to meet people connected to your next level. You are about to receive strength you thought was gone. You are about to smile again without forcing it. So do not quit now. Do not lose hope now. Do not return to fear now. Do not call yourself forgotten now. Do not shrink now. Do not doubt now. Do not stop one step before breakthrough. Call yourself chosen. Call yourself rising. Call yourself protected. Call yourself favored. Call yourself ready. Call yourself blessed, because heaven says you are. God says something big is about to happen to you, not because luck changed, not because people changed, not because the world changed, but because your season changed. Faith returned, strength returned, vision returned, hope returned, discipline returned, confidence returned. And when those things return, life begins to change. So keep believing, keep praying, keep walking, keep trusting, keep standing. because what is coming is bigger than what left. What is ahead is greater than what is behind. What is near is stronger than what tried to stop you. If you receive this message, comment Amen. Subscribe now because the next message may carry the confirmation you have been waiting for.